Oh, so you want to know what a graphic designer actually does? Well, stay tuned for this video because we're going to explore what they actually do. So welcome to Tongue Designs. I'm your host, Adam Tongue, and today we're going to be going over what does a graphic designer actually do. So who is this video for? Basically, if you're someone looking into a graphic design career, maybe you're just getting out of high school, maybe you're just going into college, and you want to know what does a graphic designer actually do, this video is for you, and we're going to be exploring what they do from their workday. Now, it may seem self-explanatory what a graphic designer does, and I know a lot of people, especially the general public, who don't actually know what a graphic designer does. So I think it's very important to go over this topic. Especially if you want to go into this field, you want to know what you're getting into. So a graphic designer is a broad term. There are a bunch of different things that a graphic designer can and will do from their day. And it will vary based upon the job that they have. So typically a graphic designer does one of two things: print and digital design. Now this can range from a bunch of different things. So in the print design, what are some things that a graphic designer does for print design? Print design can range from a bunch of different things, like different soda cans that you hold, different packaging, brochures, logos, pamphlets. Anything that needs to be printed will fall under the print design. A lot of different things are like banners, billboards. It can range from a bunch of different things, wraps on a car. So you're going to be creating a lot of different cool stuff in this job. Graphic designer has to design all those different things, and it is your job to make that thing look more appealing than the competition's. So basically a graphic designer enhances the visuals, both print and digitally, of different designs to make them look better so they can stand out and be marketable and competitive. So a lot of what I do is flyers, brochures, pamphlets, folders, different promotional materials that my organization will need from day to day, so that way they can do the tasks that they need and expand upon their outreach. Now, in the print design field, depending on your job, you may be working with an actual printer. A lot of graphic design positions will actually outsource the printing, and you'll be working with a printer online, sending them different materials. And it's important for you to get those documents that you create in the Adobe Creative Suite into a printable format so that way the printer can use it. Other graphic design places, you will actually have a printer on site. And this can range from a small Epson printer to large format printing. So you may very well be working with a printer at your office. And it's important to do different things like color correction and color matching so that way you get the correct colors when you print. Because also what you see on the screen is not always what you get. But we'll go over that in a later video. Also, packaging design is its own specific position, and a lot of different places will hire a graphic designer to do package design. You'll be creating different labels, boxes, and branding to go along and make that product stand out and look better than its competition on the shelves. And that can be a really, really cool job, and that can very specialize your designs. You can do everything from photography, photographing different events, photographing products. So it's very important to learn at least basic photography skills. So anything that can be printed, a graphic designer can and will make. Your job will depend upon what you will be making. And now the other side of graphic design is the digital design. And digital design can be a wide variety of things as well. As a digital graphic designer, you may be creating web graphics, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter posts. You may be creating video. You may be creating After Effects, little advertisements. So it doesn't always have to be flat. It can be movement in 3D. You can be creating different email services like MailChimp. And you can be also designing websites. Now, some jobs and some schools, web design is broken off into its own category, its own major. But if you know those skills, it makes you more valuable as a graphic designer. Someone who can both design and create a website is more marketable in the economy. Someone who can both design and create a website will be more marketable in their position and more valuable to an employer. And a good thing, as technology gets better, you will need to know less and less code, but it's still very important to know some code. So if you are in college or high school right now, I suggest you learn some code. But there are different options for without code, like Squarespace, WordPress, Wix, and you can create awesome visual websites with those. We'll delve further into that in future videos. Same with web design. Web design can be its own specialized field. It's also important to learn as much as you can. The more you know, whether it's photography, web design, coding, package design, the more you know, the more marketable you are to your employer and the more valuable you are. As we move further and further in the future, more designs will be heavily related on digital design. Unfortunately, less and less stuff is being printed today. It will never completely go away, but the trend is we are moving towards a more digital world. Also, something very important in graphic design is being a good logo creator. Especially if you work for a design firm, you're going to be creating a lot of logos. It's very important to create awesome, good, and simple logos. Now, what does an actual graphic designer use? So different softwares that they use are the Adobe Creative Suite, and that ranges from Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, Dreamweaver, Flash, InDesign, Premiere, all those awesome great programs. And there are definitely more like Lightroom. Also, there are other apps like Sketch, WordPress, Wix that you'll be creating and using as well. So it's important to know the Adobe Creative Suite. That is something a graphic designer can and will be using. Now, being a graphic designer is definitely a lot of fun. All day, every day, you're going to be designing and using your creative influence to make art. And that's the best part about the job. It's just really using your creativity. And you have a lot of fun being a graphic designer. And that's the main reason you become a graphic designer. It's definitely not for the money. Also, another thing you could branch into as a graphic designer is UX design. In UX design, it's basically user experience design. And this is more trendy and more lucrative in the upcoming days. So when you're using something like an app, someone actually has to design that. User experience. How simple is it from people to get on the app from point A to point B? You'll be creating the different layouts, the menus, all different types like that. UX design is very broad and can lead to many different jobs. Alrighty, I hope you liked this video and I hope you learned a little bit more about what does a graphic designer actually do. And I hope you consider subscribing to our channel, Tongue Designs. It would mean a lot if you'd subscribe to our channel. Also, I got a bunch of upcoming videos coming out. I'm working on creating a video for Lightroom editing, and we're going to show you how to edit photos in Lightroom. I'm also working on a 30-day design challenge, so I'll be creating a logo every single day for 30 days. So if you want to see us design logos every day from start to finish, drawing them, designing them, creating them on the computer, that's going to be something we're going to be creating as well. So make sure to subscribe so you can see that. I hope you like watching this video, and we'll see you on the next one, and I hope you learned from this. Thank you.